Hello everyone, I hope you're having fun at our ThinkThings event. My name is Anissa Sefsaf. I am Solution Sales for the Department of Analytics, Things and Applications. I help our customers navigate the complex world of IoT to deliver relevant solutions. Today I will show you how smart vision used in the Internet of Behavior can help your organization. The Internet of Behavior is an extension of the Internet of Things that reveals significant information about the behavior of people. The Internet of Things interconnects many devices to deliver data about the physical world. These devices can be cameras, 3D cameras, but also millimeter wave sensors, as well as air quality sensors, for example. The interconnection of those devices delivers vast data and valuable insights into user experience as well as preferences and interests. Today I will focus on video data delivered by optical sensors. By detecting the routes of people, their movements, as well as certain gestures, we can understand the behavior of people. If we understand the behavior of people, the consumer experience can be improved, as well as the products and services offered by your organization. That way the value is added to the customer, but also to you as an organization, which is the aim of the Internet of Behavior. Smart Vision uses video analytics to deliver certain insights about video data, such as the classification of objects and people. So you could detect, for instance, if a woman is wearing a red backpack or if a kid is carrying a toy. You can also detect certain events, like if a fight is taking place. That way security can be triggered to go have a look and solve the issue. You can also track people in their journeys. In a city, for instance, you can detect if a person is walking from the train station to a shop before going to a cafe to have drinks with their friends. You can also detect wait time in queues, so that you can make sure that your staff is aware of the number of people that are waiting to reduce queue time. This not only enhances the customer experience, but also improves the sales. In summary, Smart Vision is the tool that is used to deliver insights for the Internet of Behavior. Today, in this event, I will act as a marketing manager for a shopping center named Vision. As a shopping center manager, I want to create a special VIP treatment for our loyal customers. Denise that you see on the image is one of these test subjects. I sent her a message inviting her to our event. Her Smart Vision journey already starts at home as she gets real-time images of the events from her home. She can select different angles to view the event as we are setting it up for her. After a couple of messages, Denise is ready to pay us a visit. The responses from the bot to Denise are either based on real-time data or on historical data. When Denise asks us how many people are present at this time, this is based on the real-time data from the occupancy monitoring system. When she asks us when is the peak attendance time, this is based on historical data of the monitoring of occupancy over different periods of time. We asked Denise if she wants to have a special VIP parking treatment. So she sends us her license plate number. That license plate number is automatically fed to the automatic number plate recognition system of the cameras. That way, when Denise is driving into the parking lot, the barrier will open by itself, because we believe that our VIP customers don't have to open their window as they're driving into our parking lot. Now, to make sure that we protect Denise's data, after the event, her license plate number is removed from the whitelist of the automatic number plate recognition of the cameras. To improve the customer journey, we make sure that we understand Denise and her journey in all the areas of our facility. So from the moment she drives into the parking lot all the way to her journey back home, we make sure that we follow her in each of these steps. Afterwards, we strategically place video sensors in the facility to make sure that we follow her journey and we understand her journey to give Denise this special VIP treatment. With our customers at Proximus, we can define these kinds of journeys, such as the one of Denise. Our team is specialized to detect which sensors are relevant to deliver the data that can be of big importance for your organization. Now Denise's journey continues as she drives into the parking lot. She sees our smart energy platform. It's a smart light pole that can also be used for video analytics. The light pole has solar panels as well as a wind turbine to generate green electricity. That electricity is gathered in the batteries inside the light pole. That green electricity can be used to feed the LEDs to illuminate the parking lot during the night, but it can also be used to charge any type of electrical vehicle. There is also a display on this pole that can be used either to display some information, like the temperature or the closest entry, but it can also be used as an interactive digital signage display. The lights of the light pole can be used for certain application. For more fun application, in the case of our VIP Christmas event, we could decide to have all the lights flicker to the sound of jingle bells. This is a more fun application, but it can also be used for security reasons. By adding a panic button, we can make sure that whenever it is pressed, the lights turn red on that spot and security is triggered to have a look. The video sensors placed on our smart environment platform will serve for the parking guidance system. The parking guidance is a system that delivers real-time information about the occupancy and the availability of parking spots. The video sensors can in real time detect the number of available parking spots so that when Denise drives into the parking lot, she doesn't have to look for a parking spot and she's guided towards one as part of the VIP treatment. Also through the Find My Car option, she can enter her license plate number into the parking guidance system so she can locate her car after the event. On the business side, this kind of information is also interesting for me as a manager of the shopping center. If I know the occupancy of the facility as well as the number of cars, I know the average number of people in a car. If I launch a sustainability action to make sure that more people use carpooling to come to our facility, I can measure the effects and if the average number of people per car have increased or stay the same. By knowing all cars or by measuring whenever a car enters and exits the parking lot, I can also measure the average time spent at the facility. Any action that I take to increase the time spent in the facility can also be measured in real time. Today, more and more people are shopping online, so shopping centers have to reinvent themselves. By knowing the routes and the journeys that visitors take inside a shopping center, the Internet of Behavior can help to take business decisions. As a shopping center manager, I can decide to place certain shops at different places to make sure that they're in line with the journeys of some of my customers. Next to that, I can also decide to implement a hybrid way of making the shops pay by saying that each shop should pay based on the number of people that pass in front of their shop. And this data is also from the video analytics systems that is placed inside the facility. We still have to take into account all the measures related to the COVID pandemic. Through video analytics, we can detect social distancing. That way, whenever an area is getting too crowded and social distancing cannot be promised or cannot be guaranteed, actions can be taken to move people to other areas or to prevent people from entering the facility so that their security is guaranteed. The same algorithm can be used to detect if a group of people or family or friends is together, or if it's a couple walking together, or if it's a single person. That way, if I decide, for instance, to launch a special Valentine's Day event where I want a lot of couples to attend, I can detect how many couples have attended more than on average. So through IOB, the Internet of Behavior can really help to create the optimal customer journey. We can update the staffing in real time based on the information we have and on the queuing time at certain places, in shops or in cafes. We can also link the point of sales with the occupancy. That way we can calculate the conversion rates. Not only that, we can also take actions to increase the conversion rates and measure in real time if these actions had an effect. We can detect dead zones because as a shopping center facility manager, every square meter is important and every square meter should be used appropriately. By detecting dead zones, we can make sure that those spots are used for appropriate purposes. Based on that information, we can do A/B testing. We can launch certain actions and see if any of those measures were changed by our actions. In complex and big facilities, we can also make Sankey diagrams. So we can know if a person went from store X before visiting store Y, before going to store Z, before having a rest at a certain cafe afterwards. So we can really see the routes people typically take and which journey they undertake. We also can see the effect of a point of interest. In our case, it's the VIP Christmas event. We can see if the attendance has changed and more people have attended the event because of this VIP treatment. We can also see if the conversion rate has changed, but we can also see if the overall satisfaction of the customers was good. That way, when we make business decisions, we can make informed business decisions based on data instead of intuition. Now back to Denise. She easily found the parking spots and she was guided to the VIP entrance. As she walks through the entrance, she is counted by a camera that is placed on top of her head. This data is then fed to the real-time occupancy monitoring system. She also is offered a green bag as part of her VIP treatment. She's told that she will receive some goodies as she walks through the shopping center. Now on the 3 images you see on the side, the top picture shows how video analytics can be used to detect all the visitors who have a green bag. That way, whenever a VIP customer is coming close to a staffing member, the staff member is triggered to give them a certain goodie. The middle pictures show the data from a 3D camera. These 3D cameras can detect the gender of the people walking in the facility, but also their height, their speed of movement, and their direction of movement. This information can be used for targeted marketing, but also for sales. And the bottom picture shows the image of Denise walking into the facility, and you can see that the image is blurred, so we cannot identify the people walking in. That way, we only get the data of the counting, and we only count people as they walk in without recognizing them. This image is an image of a real-time a 3D camera that is filming in real time. So you can see how people are moving inside the facility. I know it's a funny picture, but this really shows how you cannot recognize the people on the images, but you can perfectly detect them and see the route they are taking inside the facility. If, for instance, we are deciding to launch a gaming store and we want to make sure that all the kids are dropped off at the gaming store so that the parents can go shopping by themselves, we can say that all the yellow dots are kids. That way, we can monitor if all the kids were indeed guided to the game shop, and that inside the game shop all the dots are yellow. The data from the 3D cameras can be used to make these kinds of journey maps. The journey maps really gives an idea of where your visitors are in your facility. They can also be divided in a staff-only and a visitor-only map. In our case, for the VIP Christmas event, we want to make sure that all our visitors are in contact with the staff members. So we can make sure that the visitor map and the staff map overlap, so that visitors are always in contact with staff members to receive their gifts as part of their VIP treatment. You can see the evolution of these maps in time. That way you can see if a certain area is getting more and more crowded. You can decide to take action to make sure that the flow to other areas is enhanced so that people are dispersed around your facility without having one area that is getting too crowded. Now finally, Denise is back home. She had an amazing time at the shopping center, and we make sure to send her a message to give us feedback and to give us a score. We also send her pictures from the event with a link to post it on her social media. By doing this, we really made sure that we follow Denise's journey from start to finish. We also make sure that we get feedback from Denise so that we not only base our conclusions on data, but also on the feedback of the customer itself. Through the journey of Denise, I have demonstrated how the Internet of Behavior, as an extension of the Internet of Things, gathers data to understand the behavior of people. In this example, it was a shopping center, but it can be any company for any kind of industry. It can be an event with a festival. It can also be an airport, or it can be a city. I hope you get a good understanding with this example of what the Internet of Behavior can mean for your organization. So to summarize, the Internet of Things is defined by the placement of devices to gather data about the physical space. That data is then fed to a data analytics system. The Internet of Behavior uses that data to understand the behavior of people. And when we understand the behavior of people, we can make sure that we offer them value, not only for the customer, but also for the organization. Now, please don't hesitate to get in contact with me if you would like to discuss how the Internet of Behavior can help and can benefit your organization. Thank you very much for your attention. So we have 2 questions. What are you working on currently, and any new crowd counting solutions? Yes, we are working on a crowd counting solution that makes use of real-time video images, and on this image you can count the number of people in real life. So this can be very interesting for events like festivals, or for football events, sports events, where you could have a camera that views the crowds and can measure and count the number of people in real time. How do you see cities adopting smart technologies to have their city smarter through vision? We have a couple of discussions with cities, and the importance, or what is very interesting for them now, is to count the number of people walking in their streets, especially in commercial streets. So we have camera solutions that can be very easily embedded into the infrastructure, so they are not too visible, to count the people inside a city, to make sure that a city has a better understanding of the occupancy of certain areas. And we can also make sure that we use not cameras but millimeter wave sensors. We have that also in our portfolio, but today's topic was smart vision, of course. But we can use like millimeter wave sensors to make sure that we detect people without filming them if the city finds that important. Thank you very much.
Proximus. Think possible.